Today we're going to put some ground shielding Stumac tape in my Les Paul. Having little humming issues, and so we're going to try to get rid of it. Putting it in the volume and tone compartment, in the switch to switch to pickups, and we have some cardboard, and then I'm going to make a template before I put the tape in. And the reason is that this Stumac tape is $20 plus shipping for a little small roll. So you can see it's not very much, so we don't want to make many mistakes. So the cardboard, we'll cut out the template to match the routes, and go from there. Okay, so we unsoldered the neck and bridge pickup leads, and the input jack leads. What you want to do is make sure you draw a little schematic like so. That way you know where everything goes back. Also take pictures from your phone. I also marked on the top right TN, which means tone neck, and then on the bottom TB, which means tone bridge, and on the left bottom there, which is VB, which is volume bridge, and the top one there would be the volume neck. So that's now that's the solder. We drew out the inside diameter of our cavities on this cardboard template, and how I did that is a little slide ruler, and it has a little depth gauge, and Home Depot, $5. So you gently set it like that, and until you get to the end of the route, and that measures your inside diameter, and then you would put it like that on the cardboard, like so, and then just go around with a fine tip marker all the way around and draw dots, and then draw your lines, and now we're ready to cut out and see if it'll fit. Okay, so we got the template cut out, and when you measure with the depth gauge, it's right here, this little depth gauge, Home Depot, $5. You cut and draw it out like in the previous frame. You cut out the outside of the line, not the inside. So we got that. Looks pretty good. We can work with that. And the other one, we got that, so it looks pretty good. Doesn't have to be exact, because the foil will bend, and you can make it a little bigger and run it up the sides. Alright, so now it's time to cut all full tape. Recap, we took this cover, which goes on the back, like that, cut that out. It's on the cardboard. Did the same thing with this plate, put it on the cardboard, traced it, cut that out. Then we went with our little $5 depth gauge ruler, measured all the way around the depth of the routes. Same thing. Then we went with our cardboard, and we went up against our cardboard, and with a Sharpie went all the way around to the depth on both of them. And so here's the shielding tape for the switch, and our template, I'll cut it a little big because you can always cut down, and so now you save money. On these, what I did is I just took two strips, and I just put half on half of the template and half on the other template, and cut it a little long, and this way I can fold it in the route, the pocket there, and bring the foil up on the sides. Alright, so now we're ready to install the foil, and that's our next step. Put the foil in first, like so, and as you can see, for the jack we had to cut around it. So what we do with that is we just get a Sharpie, so regular old Sharpie, stick it in there in the hole, and put jack, and just draw, and then cut out, which we did, and it looks like that. So that's one side, and then you're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. We already have the foil for the switch in there, and so now we're going to continue with this step. So it took some time. We got the foil in, the route all the way around, and all the way around on this one. Okay, I'll be patient. This whole process takes about a couple hours, so you can't rush it. It's very tedious, and to do it right, and to you should have this much left over when you're done of foil. So like I said, this stuff's expensive from Stu Mac. It's $20 plus shipping, so you want to be pretty frugal with it. Alright, so that's the cavities, and next we're get ready to reassemble. Everything's resoldered, tone and volume pots, the input jack, a three-way switch, and so it should look like pretty close to this when your foil's all done. And to recap, we took our cover and we cut it out and drew it out, then both covers on cardboard, and we took our $5 little ruler depth gauge thing, measured the depth of the pockets, and then went to our cardboard, traced it all out with the depth gauge for our templates and cut it out, and then we cut our foil to our template, and that's the result. So again, this will take a couple hours. Don't rush. Tools needed are soldering iron, a little ruler depth gauge you can get at Home Depot for $5, a pair of scissors, and an X-Acto knife. So there you go. That's the result.